past the 40 already and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, Peyton, and an alley to run. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A 1st down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Baltimore coming back out here on offense. Charles, unfortunately for the Ravens this year, it just feels like a failure. Yes, the 14 wins in the regular season, but that divisional round loss to Tennessee, such a shocker, really stunned everybody in the NFL.
It certainly did, and I know exactly what you're saying when you say it feels like a failure, yet you don't want to say it, do you?
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it just feels wrong to say that, but let's face it, the bottom line is getting to the ultimate prize, and when you're 14-2 in the regular season, you're the #1 seed in the AFC, and you lose at home in your first playoff game, it will feel like a failure, and hopefully that'll motivate them going forward. But I think part of it is they didn't need to play Week 17, and they pulled a lot of starters, so now that week is gone where you don't play. You get the open week, right? You end up getting essentially 2 more. It's too long for them sitting, and I think it hurt their timing and maybe their edge.
But tell me if you agree, I think it's safe to say that Lamar Jackson and company will be back and strong next year.
It'd be a surprise if they are not, because don't forget he couples it with a pretty darn good defense too.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Jameis to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked there by Ray Lewis. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now Winston. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Khalil Mack. He's the one that drops him this go-around, and that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. On 3rd down, it's Lewis. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Now it's Curlin. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here is the home side to take over on offense. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Got a man open. It's the Hall of Famer, Kellen Winslow. And all the way in for the touchdown. Kellen Winslow 72 yards. And his guys have taken the lead.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point.
Great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy.
Oh, batted at the line and intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Here's Jacobs. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Josh Jacobs in the final seconds of the first half. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is taken at the 3. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So here is the home side to take over on offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Peyton, and not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. On 3rd down, Peyton, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. And here we go on 4th down with Murray. And he's got a man, it's T.O. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I remember in pregame when we were talking to him on the field, and he took his gloves off and showed us his fingers. A few misshapen ones in there, and now we know why, trying to catch those types of bullets.
That was a dart. Yeah, even for a talented receiver, those are tough to hang on to. Throwing now is Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. 20. There he goes, left side. Touchdown. DK Metcalf. 50 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the 40 of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. A second down run with Lewis. They only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Winston. That's caught by the Hall of Famer Casper. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Winston now to throw on first down. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now in Atlanta. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now a toss play to Lewis. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th and goal here as they search for a late score. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. He's at the 30. And touchdown! Jerry Rice, 94 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. First down, Winston. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Again, it's Winston. This is Casper catching it out right. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. To throw again on second down, Winston, the rookie from Michigan there defensively. That's Devin Bush making the play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To the air again with Winston. And he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. On play action, Winston. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Deion Sanders. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held him to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Now he'll pull it down. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Play fake. Murray. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. 10. As his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
Exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going in.
The young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdered. Forgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac in imprisonment claiming his innocence. Currently, I'm the greatest rapper in a sense. But any currency, I'm still guaranteed my wins. This is coming from within, I stuff for real, I don't pretend. When the OG spilling knowledge, bet it's best you soak it in. I'm a prophet to them scholars, got them chakras opening. Got them fixing up they octaves, now they truly focused in. I'm seeing 2020 visions. Daily manifesting on my premonitions. Best to keep it neutral, got my own religion. The brainwash, gotta make your own decision. My word is James Bond, I stay on a mission. Coming for the top position, ain't no competition, man. Pull up in the top is missing, the opposition ain't. All that lane switching, this is what the game is. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. It's the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a Joe like Chappelle show. This so perennial, do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready?
Get ready, dog.
This be the green light. Go.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Mark 56. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second. The run got 6. Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. 1st down, Murray. Oh, he tries to give it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On 1st down, it's Gurley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Cunningham under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Khalil Mack picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Randy Moss there to make the grab as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
He was simply incredible at finding the end zone during his tenure in the NFL. Holds the NFL single-season touchdown reception record with 23 back in 2007, partner.
You also reminded me that Randy Moss set the rookie record with 17 touchdown grabs all the way back in 1998.
Oh, you remember that season? He felt he had so much to prove to the league. He didn't go as high in the draft as he thought he should have, and he tried to make everyone else pay.
Come on, fellas.
Charles, as the Falcons come back out here on offense, you got to help me process their 2019 season. One thing for sure, fair to say that they were a second-half team, as in second half of the season, because This club started 1-7, 6-game losing streak, weeks 3 through 8. The talk about Dan Quinn maybe being let go. And maybe it was a team that needed to bottom out and get a high draft pick. But then a funny thing happened. They started to win.
Yeah, maybe I should get a cardigan, get a pipe, sit down and listen to you talk your way through this team. Because it's a lot to process, isn't it? But one thing about Dan Quinn as their head coach, relentlessly positive. Never let go of that. The team stayed with him. Many people thought maybe he might have lost the team. He never did. And they had that big finish, 6-2, one of the best marks in football, including beating New Orleans on the road, beating San Francisco on the road. So when you look at it, ownership said, hey, this team likes playing for this coach. Let's give it one more shot. Now, he'll have to retool his staff a little bit again. But bottom line is that team believed in their head coach. Head coach believed in his team. They've got a chance in 2020 to get back in the NFC South race.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here's Murray. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own?
Touchdown, Philadelphia! Todd Gurley, 30 yards. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Hey, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Let's go,
Atlanta now coming out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and...
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Brian Dawkins, the safety, with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammate's going to check on it. Because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Cunningham to throw. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And now running right through it. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They go with Gurley on first down, but he goes nowhere. They bottle him up for a loss of a couple. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. To throw on second down, Cunningham sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble, gets him 12 yards. From the gun on third down, Cunningham. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham, and he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Dallas Clark as the first half is winding down. And the Eagles able to push further out in front.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team